Hello, hello. How is everybody today? Let's start by reclaiming that 30 minutes I lost because I didn't do any saving. So I finished talking with her, didn't I?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
No. Okay. Did that. Cool. Okay, let's go this way. Speak to the people.
Yes? Hello?
Who are
Me?
you?
No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
This was a tremendously useful interlude.
Shut up, Kim. No one asked you.
Hello again, sir. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
That's my empty glass.
Oh no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Hi, Marco. It's gone.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
I saw the video, but I couldn't believe. You couldn't believe evidence. Are you expecting me to like paint my face green for a green screen? Is that what we're going with here? Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, buddy. And it's cold as well. Your face must be freezing. How are you going to find mid-game crumbs? I mean, I've got a desk for that. Are you saying you've experienced the beard crumb versus the table crumb?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
I don't believe your beard's big enough for that. It's gone now, so no. You've also shaved? Why? That's just cruel. That's not a real reason.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulder.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
You just copy me and being a cool kid. Is that what it is?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Yeah, but I had a plan shaved way before you, and you knew about it. So clearly you're copying me.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Wait, there's a cellar?
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Okay. Does the new command work? Well, old command. I can't type for shit. Okay, one of those links still needs updating. RIP. Okay, had I already talked to
You've
Mummy
hurt
Dearest?
yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool? You're only making things worse. Stop it. Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving.
Okay. Let's heal ourselves.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered
Okay,
in dozens, if not hundreds.
2%. Oh, you don't need to prep. You just
A heavy
meetings
door
you just
with
do.
a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Fuck the system! Okay, what we got here? Let's go blue
Hey.
icon.
Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political... Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Well, obviously to start building on it is too tiring.
Failure. It's about failure.
I don't do failure.
Of course you do. You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped, shat on. While everyone else is out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
I can't do
Very
communism.
well. I guess
I just
no
can't.
one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over, unless anyone has objections. Did someone mention cocaine? Are we doing cocaine? No. I'm sure I heard someone say cocainism. Anyone? Anyone else? There's one.
I want to lie down and let the water carry me downstream.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter.
No, just an individual trying to make disempowerment out of everyday objects. Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
Anti-object task force. What's this? Anti-object task force. Take a look at your hands, see how bruised they are. See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemies. Always atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free, break up that lamppost. Let it know just how much objects stuck. Okay, I'll get that as soon as I get a next skill point, which should be soon if I remember correctly. Yeah, 7. Just need a few more points. Cool, cool, cool. Does he want to talk?
What is this place?
It's an adventure. It's the Neverworld beyond the veil.
No, it's a gym. though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Objects, flashlight, there. Cure. Cigarettes don't need. Yeah, keep the trash bag up. What we got over here? Take that.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life. When
Okay,
you
let's
were young
come
and
back
fit.
when I've got something decent about me. Okay. Up the stairs. Wait, what was this? Yes, shotgun ball. What we got over here? Demijohns. Weird animal stuff. Got anything interesting to talk to?
Yes?
Nothing new. Okay, so we've got money, naked mannequin, moth-bitten stuff. What's in here? Ooh, production schedule for film memory. Nice. What's over here? More money. Nice. What's over? Okay, those look like steps.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Okay.
Radio computer. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Okay.
Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the key, a bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned horn, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please.
You should ask her for a hint.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that. Unless...
Now, can you please repeat the part? No. Still no. Received. I will register this login.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress accident is the company on whose
Okay.
name the terminal
Fortress
you are
Accident.
currently using has
Such
been
a
registered to.
such a bad name.
One moment. Fortress accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. Any other questions? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress. As for me, well, I am
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
lonely. Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
She's got a point.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still... Nothing happens.
Okay, so come back to that. So no, developers of the most advanced RPG.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very... Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like all of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes. Like some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be the Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Just look at those details.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned and albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way. Like a pinned postcard reads, "This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, tune out, We're untethered, and Heat death of the outside, a cold wind.
Okay, I wonder if We're untethered is the password.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. The speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Good. Please repeat the password. Still no. Proceed.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are
Okay, do we reckon this door... So I reckon that's going to take me outside. What's down this corridor?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
This is failed business. The only question is what the hell they were making.
Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Has anyone...
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the...
His fascination has swept aside
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We World board game, with heat death thrown in. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
This would keep it company. Let's finish it! They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just... cheap money out of their investors' pockets.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
Level up! Let's get another square. Confirm. -2 playing pressure rolled. Perfect.
an iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. What an odd thing to do. Nothing, still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things? In any case, there's no way we can get in right.
Hmm. Okay, what we got in this drawer up here? Okay. What we got in here?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly.
Bears make
The door
everything
is covered
better.
in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy.
What's down here? Can we get to that? We can!
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Okay, hole in the wall, shine light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your... Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all the... It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
He likes this find.
Okay, so what else we got down here? Ice cream maker. Take that.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Why would we unplug any of it? Okay. So that looks like an exit. What we got up here? I assume collapse. Brilliant.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's...
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs. We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad. Pulp, 3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks.
What are you doing? Please wipe your face clean, officer.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
And this protects you. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
I am not kicking a furnace. Okay, let's check these stairs. Oh, that brings us out here. Curious. Well, I guess we can go check the front door this way. Let's see what she's got to say.
Hello again, sir. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Okay, sir.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants... Well, maybe then it's fine. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books. For most, that's really not a proper romance story. That's not in romance books, sir. These are about night. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I'm sure she can help out. Maybe some about other crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of and it's kind of like a puzzle too. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. What's that mean? And everything's better now, sir? Why is that? Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen. Head? Yeah.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
I'm not sure I understand.
Policeman's got to have the right stuff and an integrated sense of law.
If you say so, sir. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Let's...
Wow, so someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
You? I wouldn't worry you.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular, done and done. No.
Regular. I can be
Hello
regular.
again, sir.
Wait, I wanted to quick save
Hello again, sir.
for this.
The girl
Success.
keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going. She looks around anxiously. Her hand, the lieutenant stands by. Look, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the...
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like...
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex. She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
It's intense dedication of business. There's no riches without it.
Maybe so, sir. Okay,
I'd
I know
rate
it's a bad
another
habit,
ace
and I
deduction.
shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch
Says he got-
even a
wait.
single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. Assaulted, but you have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You
Oh,
must
that's
have
annoying.
forgotten something.
Let's go speak to Mummy Dearest. Do do do.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop. I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape. Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her.
You've been chimney that's
Did
part
you
of
see
the
that she
central
lives
furnace. I
inside
have always
the
come from there.
chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. Of course, it makes all sense now.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery too.
All the pressure has made Annette really anxious.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a
A part of hers too, clearly.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Even that is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter.
She stands stiff and severe. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be there. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
You're like an...
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But
My husband is completely different, of course.
she's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution. I assure you, Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. He made the initial investment. Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. Exactly.
The woman looks...
Okay, but please, only a few... The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
But officer, there's nothing natural about entire companies declaring bankruptcy. I'm talking about cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the
Why
dark
didn't you tell me
energies are
right away
leeching
it's
off
curse?
you. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable...
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies... Oh, this! No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and they're...
The woman looks aloof.
Let's go check with Annette now that she's inside.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter. Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time. Before Mother, you've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Apologising to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, I can see. You don't...
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
You know, like a cat in the dark. All big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's near. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that.
I don't really like this Detective Duck game more.
I'm glad I could help you, sir. Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
It's a detective
Yes,
hat.
just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look right. I have to get back to my homework now.
The goodest of good cops. Really get Kim to trust you. Aww. Wait, what's this? Oh yeah, the rifle. Items. Encyclopedia or reaction speed. Oh yeah. So that's suggestion, -1 to half light. Do I really care about? Kind of prefer the disco blazer. Composure and savoir, and +1 to indirect modes of taxation.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on it.
Does it say anything interesting?
Meant to read this upstairs.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to... You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. That's implausible.
Remind me again. What's
It
filament
belongs
memory?
inside a radio computer. Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it. It probably... I don't know.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box? The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined... Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site... You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home.
Okay. Okay, need to get another square. Gonna be a little while before that. Investigating commercial choice. Lynching. Not gonna get myself killed this time. Got enough money, but oh lol, that's proper cracked in there. Let's have a look at this.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Yeah. I'm fairly sure that's just gonna hurt me. Okay, what we got here? Go back through here. Let's just double check I haven't got the information for this.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Don't think we've got enough for that. Let's go to the off-site copy. Let's have... Okay, that looks like that's sorted. Whoop whoop. Okay, one thing, bear with me guys. Okay, back outside. Let's go to the furnace first.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it
Why is
pitch
it a
black.
physical instrument to yell?
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Okay, first let's go to the ting.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat? You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to. If you want to try again, then you need to.
Equip the pry bar.
Shut up game, I know what I'm doing, I'm a genius.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
Pry
It
bar
has
not strong
a
enough.
hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Risk it for a biscuit.
The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it. But this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Huh. I guess I can unplug it. Would that
Two
help?
cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, something close to you.
Why did you do that?
Because it's black, the color is metal. I don't know.
The lieutenant raises his brows. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't...
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool.
Well then. Okay, let's get back upstairs. Do 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 do. Oh, is this going to be one of the game makers still here?
Hello, I'm Nia.
Hi, Nia.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
I nearly broke my hand, bitch.
So what kind of dye are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
Curious.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in. Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind? I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me
Dice!
the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident.
Maybe I'm not sure why.
Does
No,
that
I was looking for
count?
something else. Squint eyes mysteriously. Answers!
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
This person means you or no one else.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make, not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Damn straight
She's
we are.
thankful for the security they provide her.
Nothing really.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with... The lieutenant looks at his notebook.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't...
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Have a look to your eyes off the windows, look at them.
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers.
She's not sorry to disappoint you, informing on someone in a murder investigation.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful... I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back. It's really hard to make anything out in... It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift...
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. Does it mean she's unlawfully occupying a part of the house?
Creative.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in rags? Some people... You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million real business.
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you...
The jig is up. The she-demon knows time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe.
I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decision and natural market fluctuation.
Exactly. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can...
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
I found a strange
Fortress
machine.
Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously. If the usual, they ran out of money and couldn't get the... Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what they look quite impressive, really. They must be on a gigantic ego
Yes,
trip.
but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes.
Anything else? Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas. There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls.
Ripperoni. I know a girl just like that. She works in the freezer as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly. What do you expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up. That's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around here?
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator.
I would.
To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't doing his best. He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. Oh, I totally... Anything else?
Well, I clicked the wrong one there.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would
What's
laugh
wrong
at you.
with a bit of experimenting? Customers should... I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth
Artemitep.
away from drugs and crime.
Have I
A
seen
kind
that
man
name?
from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back. Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Sexy.
What does she mean to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
Anything else?
I found a creepy
There
mannequin.
used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is... And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which and, naturally, all the
I'm glad
most
that someone took
fashionable
care of the little guys.
pacemakers
I like
refused to be
insects.
seen in chitin from then on. Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow.
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got... I have no idea why those skis and blades... Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure. Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I'm listening. Good.
Okay, nothing else in here.
Tiles on the cube are still the speaker.
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this good? Please repeat the password. Receive
That sound, don't worry. Passwords have a way of
fortress access. Thank you.
tiles on the cube.
Okay, so we've investigated that. Report back to Phyllis A. Joyce. You just have to present her with the badge to hear it. And report back to the cleaning lady. I can't remember where the cleaning lady was. Measurehead. Measurehead. Mirror. Oh, cleaning ladies in the that building, top left. Visit partner sometime after to see if it's okay. Go back after 9. That got me killed last time. It's missing because of some broken water lot. Yep, I head across there on Wednesday. Cool, I can replace that now. Ask around tattoos, meaning... Try and find a way into the back. Okay. No, not that way. This way? Yeah. No. This way. There might be drugs in here. Let me... Aww.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the do?
Just don't say you don't have any answer. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Darker than taxidermy. Honestly, I don't... Still, there is another entity more malignant pulling the strings in modern days. Perhaps in my travels I'll cross paths with it.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
This is a lot for her to pass.
Precarious world? Economy? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to...
As she has to.
Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total silence.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you.
Yeah. Regular law, so... Nothing funky. So it looks like you've got a bit of the normal in you, a touch of the regular. 4 grams of Johnny, normal cop who funk it. You're the extremist of all cops. You said some pretty boring things back there. Now you have 2 choices. You can either leave it behind and forget it, or you can utilize your normalcy and internalize it and get a touch of the vanilla back. Might as well. Okay. Let's put away the torch and get my clipboard back out. Where's my clipboard? Tools, there it is. Wrong thing. Ooh, bin.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with...
We're still waiting for a replacement. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda. and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the proceeding.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris, and this here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table.
HP's also
let alone the
taken away,
specific
hard-working class to
circumstances
take over,
surrounding
foreign
them.
powers cleaned up the mess, and now they will rule this.
What do you think?
Then you begin to truly understand players, let alone.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. This is just what the commies wanted. This was the plan all along. This damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile. The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. It's a Belle McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once...
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine. Cocaine. Sounds like our kind of king.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his sub. A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabineer doesn't reply. But no one and nothing can change this man's mind.
Right.
Risk it for a biscuit.
All you observe
Lol.
is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of...
Don't you mean Fristel the...
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown.
There's something you missed. You will get to it.
Nice. Box of sunglasses, backyard wall. Okay.
Anti-object task force. Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your
Frame threshold, all physical learning caps raised. Nice. Hell. Okay. Where be the cleaner?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah. What?
Why must we stop to look?
Trying to sneak up on me?
Fucking show you sneaking up on you later. Okay, so that's locked. At least we can get in here. Okay. Okay, got this.
A plaster cast bust.
What now? Of course.
Yeah, don't like that lady.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Killing real estate agents. Lacks women in sexual deviantness. I'm sure that everything will be fine. This apartment needs slow change, imperceptibly slow.
Yes. Well. I hope they're good people.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you, it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances in all of human history has only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Post-sexual?
Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol.
Good reality layer. Joyce is rich and willing to answer your questions asked. As he able to explain the world to you in a greater detail. Joyce is rich and willing. Who is Joyce? Okay. Be able to internalize that before long. Don't think there was much up here. I can speak to the bitchy girl again. Assuming she's still up here. Was it her?
Hello again,
Yeah.
officers. Have you come to admire my... Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Shoot, piggy.
Meh. That's good enough for me. Well, back inside we go. Do 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 do. Which one was Joyce? Was Joyce the one? Joyce is the one at the boat, isn't it? Yeah, that's Joyce. Okay, let's get back up here. Okay. Box of sunglasses, backyard wall, mirror. Sleeping dock walker, encyclopedia, horseback monument. Okay, check that later. Okay. Joyce. Yeah, let's not do that, let's not do that, let's not do that. Cool. I looked up at my screen and thought that map said mayonnaise waterfront. To Google, mayonnaise waterfront. Someone's got to have made that picture at some point. Aw, that's disappointing. There is an image leading to Reddit, the black mayonnaise being dredged from the Gowanus Canal, Brooklyn, New York.
Looking for something to read. It is.
I'm a policeman.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Mm-hmm. What with?
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drink?
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but no. Why are we still...
She has, though. The husband is totally...
What? Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me.
But he is.
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing so...
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking. Given the what if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock.
She's getting upset. Her voice...
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from every... I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but...
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoo...
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had, it wouldn't be great. Nothing. Go read up?
Maybe you should. What if...
Wonderful.
The woman before you nods.
Nice.
Apricot chewing gum scented one. August 2nd, early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
Cool. Apricot chewing gum scented one. What the fuck does that even... Gum gives me perception. Got it. How far am I away from a new point? 50 points. How many things I've got to learn? 1. Okay, so what was I doing? Not that way. Go back. Oh yeah, sunglasses. That's what I wanted to look at. Who was this? To the box.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more,
Damn, officer! You look like a mega...
they're perfect for concealing your blood.
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around.
Fine, Kim, I'll listen to you.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam. Oh, high-grade narco.
Time to arrest him.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Fouled runs, they usually get shipped to Grodd in the Ox, not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically.
Okay. To the statue!
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
We got
Pointing
this!
toward, even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, but he called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
I would like to sleep on gold. The king is the king. He can do anything. Wait, really?
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
This is a lot
His
to
Majesty's
process.
courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realm. Cocaine. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I love that
People
description.
in Martinez tend to disagree.
Floating on a
as do
sea of
many
shit.
prominent art critics
Fantastic.
and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Beautiful.
Wow, you work hard. Oh yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Oh yeah, like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make
I'll
it that
fucking
way,
ride till I die,
and you
bitch.
won't let it break you. You ride. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Pulling stuff off that suspicious Roy guy. I guess I've made some gills, sure.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law, sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7. Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? Boo-hoo. The system, the Gart man has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here, total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
That seems like a big number.
Not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how would deregulation help with that? No fucking way, I guess I'm a freak. Bleeding nipples!
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And
okay. Quick toilet break. Be back in a sec, boys. Okay, I'm back. So we got old lady person, doors.
A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They...
Okay, looked at those. We got Mr. Racist down here.
Welcome to it.
Do continue, sir.
Come on, man. The whole air.
I know exactly what you meant. But you see, I'm enough.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant exhales. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or
whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so apples. Yeah, apples.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
It's about biological determinism. Natural, not the
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by deed. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the super... The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the press. It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No, it's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race. With a... Don't push your luck.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Fascism, Bruta. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Quit stalling, Bruta. Yes, them. Women. Men of war. You don't like them.
Men of war.
They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place. You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl. It is one of betrayal.
Yeah, fuck off, intestines.
The tear machine stands and your bottles clunk into the machine.
Ka-ching.
You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers are...
Cool. Not looking forward to speaking to Measurehead, Jughead, whatever his name is. No, Jughead is in Riverdale. It's Measurehead. Okay.
Nice aggression with the native.
Not bad advice, actually. This might.
Let's talk about our right to work. When a bunch of beats me,
When the man moves around.
I work hard. And I would work honest man. We came here to help.
I have a question.
Okay, I've done all this
Think they follow
before.
because you've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Big mess caused by union greed. But we're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs. Worked at... It was a long time. We were promised work. Main gates, and I don't mean to scrawn. Yeah, bad. I don't know how the... Why don't you...
It would be better.
No! They will give up eventually. No! I'm not a fighter.
Regular law official. You've done it, Harry. Whatever else you are, you're also boring now. It was not easy. You spent most of your life trying to funk up every nook and cranny of your personality. When someone says something political, the first three thoughts in your head are a ludicrous hodgepodge of communism, fascism, and stock tips. When they ask you why you did something, it's superstardom, apocalypse, or the mea culpas of the flagellant cop monk. It's not easy reaching for the fourth option, the normal one. But you have. And now, you're not just crazy. You're also boring.
Cool. -1 to shivers. Dull but solid. All learning caps raised to 3. That's kind of cool.
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now? Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. Wiretapping, telescopic baton, or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air. I get it.
Something changed.
All right, I may have some advice. First, don't fight him. Obviously.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Okay.
Your race descent has only worsened since the last.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then...
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. There are 3 categories. Those... A receding genetic pool has led the mound on reprehensible street. The Vesper, the other overproduct, as proven by the mound and the mask. Occident, the Areopage, the land.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B, to an antinkn, the Koiko, the shop.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening.
I've heard that.
But that seems a little off.
The revolt, enough of tips. The F are a museum of failed kill. Lesser, the mosquito, then there is the Semino, the Koiko, this.
There is a strange sadness in his tone, a less than heroic melancholy this time.
The heart.
He does not seem angry, nor...
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is... You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity, I cannot possibly imagine what else we have. There is nothing I cannot possibly...
Okay. I really hope that doesn't mean becoming racist. Okay.
Yes?
Actually, let's try speaking to this dude again.
All I'm wondering, man. Oh, you know, serious business.
He's a chatty guy. What?
You know.
He's a chatty guy.
Right to work!
Okay. Did I never actually examine these?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Hard to say. Cop habit. This isn't case related, you think? No. These tracks... There are several footprints in the mud. Left...
Guess we try and speak to Kuno again.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno get problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little don't take for fucking ever. Kuno doesn't...
Wait a second, if I get up there... Okay. Okay, so I definitely can't get to her. And I'm going to assume I still can't...
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Okay, let's do a quick save before I try this, because I don't want to lose...
with possible RCM markings is still
Rip.
caught on the railing. Nope, no.
Sure. Just be careful.
Okay, what else we got? Okay.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Just some tasteless...
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
A rusting control. This panel, you pull the lever all the way up. Nothing happens. A spring brings... Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will...
Yeah, but I want to risk it.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him,
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan. Most people don't think that...
Smells like worn cotton, and worn cotton with a side of flea mark.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't...
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched Northern Lights.
Very...
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise. Welcome to Hjelmdal, officer.
That works. Bonuses.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully...
Yes, officer. As you see, it was brought to me.
We are not here to investigate it. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Aye.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag. Well, there are the cost of removal and rewire. The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary...
I don't see myself ever getting that off him.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and you're...
Okay, boombox, I remember.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the red...
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with...
I'm refusing to take drugs. I feel like I'm running out of things or places I can go. There's that. Yeah, don't do that. Matt Wall, Titus Hardy. Failed at those. Guess that'll be in the there. Let's check there's nothing else in here at the moment.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second.
Sylvie Malay. Yes. Hello? Oh, great.
You hear
It will take...
her voice. He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Then let's get on with it. Clock is ticking. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor.
And then that motherfucker Gottlieb, reeking of schnapps, ordered me into his butcher's room. Officer Fisher is in a storytelling mood. He continues, and I ask him, "You sure, Doc?" And he's cool as can be. "Yeah, if you're in pain, we've got to get that baby out." And so he removed my appendix on the spot while the party was still on in the other room. And I was delirious with pain and all the snaps I'd had. But I remember thinking, man, only a month later when I got to
And you survived it.
Sort of, but by God does it burn in your chest.
Even better. Anything else?
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not...
So it's political. You're being neglected because...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Look, pal, getting pumped and dumped is not a disease. People live through it all the time. You should be happy. You must have me confused for a close personal friend. I am not. I am a medical professional with a constant idiot emergency on my hands.
One needs tending to right now, he thinks, looking around the room. You hear someone whine in the background. My eye, Doc, my eye.
Call your station.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about it.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revolution. Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Oh, understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Okay, I guess we go back into here. So there's things that I can't do to tomorrow until later on. Okay, that's her. Can I speak to this guy?
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need...
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me... Yes?
Okay, let's unlock another slot. Okay, I need that to progress the story, hopefully. And then... one of those next. Decide closer to the time. Going to talk to Lena again?
Oh, hello, dear.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Is...
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
The lieutenant pauses. Something in him breaks.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Well, the biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant. The giant
yeah.
lives in the most,
I've listened
morass.
to this
No one knows
before.
the terror.
Who are you?
That's what there are.
Great. This is
Cryobac, yes. Bacterial Michanu yes.
It's actually a little...
Yes, we can assume that she, the gnome of Jeroma. Oh, it was a couple. It's still...
If the body of the...
Alas, instead, all the venom... What an...
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the cold de Mama d'Aqua. It could be.
maybe it's pretty.
It's not.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Like nothing.
Fine, I'll...
Many scientists, plenty, when playing back the scientists,
She trans...
they realized, sequester, time, jot that, if they tried to...
This lady really should be a teacher.
No, dear.
Great regret washes...
After that,
Of course.
I'm glad you did. What about what? I'm glad you liked them.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? What you want is of no aggressive. You make... Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your... What you want is of no significance.
Okay, before I speak to Titus again... Quick save.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
How dare you?
Again.
Good one, Titus.
We hang.
Didn't they take...
The autopsy show...
We.
Yeah.
That's right, lawman. And then we hang the fuck.
My fucking elbow go right fucking... Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Actually, they're admirably surprised. Well, this one...
Like what, copper? Yeah, lawman.
Not in the...
A fearful Reddin by your side. Easy. Walk back from the provocation.
Wise move. About fucking time.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race. Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results.
First you tell someone...
Stop shitting your... The law.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment! We get...
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions.
Cool. Didn't die. I view that as a success. I want to play music. Oh, wait. What's this?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of... He nods.
No problem, officer.
The bed is still cold from the broken... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Okay. So... Fit of rage, something small as church, blah blah blah. Okay. Let's check outside again. Okay. Smoker on visit apartment 28 on time.
The door is closed. This door, as you hold the metal, still, the lieutenant gives you. He doesn't like where this is. You should punch a fucking hole in it. You hear the murmur.
Who are you?
The man ponders his cooking utensils. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international... You see a heavy... The cobalt blue. The door does...
Okay. Why?
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn brown. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still... You're not so sure about that.
Yeah, your mother.
Nothing. Just...
Okay.
Was that? Could it be the Col de Mama d'Aqua? No, it's probably just your imagination. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot.
No, I don't hear the Col de Mama d'Aqua.
Of course he doesn't. He's... There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long... It must be very close. What are you doing? Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated...
Can't do that. Backyard walk. Where the fuck was the backyard? Was that upstairs? Okay.
An old call box, an off...
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. No one's... The doorbell is broken.
A single beep. You ring. Just seeing the word. All you hear is you ring the doorbell. You wait. Looks like someone has melted. You hear. You can almost hear them breathe.
Yes. Have you come to place an order?
The lieutenant exchanges.
It's you.
It's a woman. No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you? Sounds like a ghost.
Why did you even...
A spot. The cold is deep under your skin. She doesn't. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on another...
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. No.
Rip.
Hold on. Silence. Silence. Nothing happens. Silence. This button.
This button looks new.
Okay, nothing there.
There are several footprints in...
Okay, let's... Okay, can't just click around there. I have to go around. Wait, what's down here? Money!
The woman before...
Hello again, esteemed officer. A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of...
Okay, let's go!
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of...
So, this book?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. Its beak...
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious. Oh, a nature enthusiast.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas-a-la-Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated. Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk, and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up. Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers or become aggressive. It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook. You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures.
Damn
They
straight
love to
they are.
perform, cuddle and show off. Ouch. This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it. Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer, despite its banging name, the bang-bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species.
Bang bang.
In almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name, Bang Bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins. Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
A major majestic.
You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs. Advanced race theory.
Well, I guess I can speak to Measurehead again now.
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
Conceptualization, mystery about aesthetic. And I'm guessing, yeah, it takes a skill point to forget. Brilliant. Guessing soon I'm gonna want to
As you
do
turn,
stuff.
a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit. What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard
Yeah,
lately.
you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You're right.
Excuse me?
Read up on them, just like you said, and I just like...
I don't know. The most talkative one? The what now? You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
Yep.
The woman before.
Okay, I guess we can go talk to Measurehead, then we can probably go speak to Martin Martinez.
Promising, raise pupil, and...
Supersede the... This dump is ready to supersede by those who say I can serve as a clerk in administration. Maybe you need a cop. Wherever you want to be. It's free association, language exercise, degenerate race hero.
Look, babe. The rich man has humiliated the mask.
Rich man really fucked him over, Jean.
His rage is already played out on the stage of history as the grotesque tragedy of Revolution. All it can accomplish now is impotent academic text and neurosyphilitic rock and roll melancholia. Impotent class warrior. I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door. Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has...
Finally. Let's go.
Okay, before entering, save.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly...
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paper...
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized hundreds of documents containing logistical data and the same materials being handed. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics. It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union.
What is so special about? Remember, Leo, all items on the drawer slides shut.
What's that book? Take the goddamn book.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is the machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad.
Oh, nice. Did not expect that.
That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation. Calling. Still calling.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
The voice of a youngster on the...
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe no. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Raphael, what? Listen, I can't help you over the phone. If you need further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and...
He thinks you're pulling a prank on him. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining, and there is almost tiny hills. Tiptoeing, suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore.
Oh, wrong button. Anything else I can do with the phone?
Hangs mute.
No. I was hoping to call up someone for Lena. I swear that was one of the things. Well, at least I should be able to get my jacket back now. Success!
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours.
Okay. So if we look at clothing. Logic and authority, or...
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's...
Rip.
This is the night watchman's. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must.
Nothing incriminating. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, looks like he's about to smile.
Why did you take that picture of René? Fine, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
This is the night watchman. A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with Marche on, Arrête off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Nice. Success! Maybe. Is it going to stop?
And with this crane was built with a purpose, which who can say?
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the...
Before you stands a cargo container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again? You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? It's a cargo container. We're not here to interact with
No reply. The knock produces a... You attempt to turn to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Come on, critical success.
Why are you even trying to open a door?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical.
Okay. What's this way?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
I like
the
Leo.
accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scab. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Sure is, mister. Sure is.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole...
So no one is...
Not everyone is down there, of course. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on an... Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or...
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words. Now he's talking about some drunk sort.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job. I'm like Mr. Everett. Actually...
Who is this, Miss...
A real pretty lady with a skin like those, but I can't listen to...
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Curious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood.
For a fraction of a...
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows it.
You see disdain in the lieutenant's dark eyes when they meet yours for a moment.
Oh, mister. I do a lot more than that. I really do most everything around here. Mr. Everett said many times I'm irreplaceable. Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them.
Told you.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But you gotta be quick if you want to see him. He leaves around 10. Bye-bye now.
Maybe I won't be finding Martin Martinez.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says,
"Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?"
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny fold...
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals.
Is my
Take a
name
seat.
Harry Dubois
I
then?
insist. Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
You take the company large check and shove it up your ass and leave.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is. Is there anything you'd like to say to me?
No.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my...
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear isn't. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravity.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Well, this is going to go badly.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about...
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like Jello. There are no Harrys.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I...
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion? Like you're throwing that
gestures.
Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you...
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
It was a tactic I need to get in somehow. It's not like I'm a racist now.
Of course, Harry. Of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist now. And rest assured, no one's going to hear about it. No one's going to know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe with me.
You can see the map of Revachol in your head. Dozens of red arrows are pointing outwards from Martinez, moving all...
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Okay.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource.
Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that... I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on... But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Of course. Let us dispatch with a formality.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesia.
I think the odds of that are very low.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends and a good... I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have...
Don't trust him. For all you...
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right.
It's just a brown folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now. It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a... You don't feel like any of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, but of course, Harry, your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay. Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I don't think I do.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats. Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. Yes, you seem to be, a lot of the time, this... My friends in your...
I find that very...
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand.
Risk it for a biscuit.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says...
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance. Of course, Harry, of course. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't... You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you...
And gets over it in 2...
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. Now, please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun, the kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak.
I assure you, we are working.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. I don't know what that means. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind... We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. Empty all your barrels on me, Harry. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you...
Okay then. Positive emotions it is. You like...
Vanished? Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino.
His expression makes it clear.
Of course, Harry. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your... Tell her about all of it. My...
This is weird. Not...
Let's hear it, Harry. Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not link... Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white...
Curious. Curious. Okay. Novelty check, happy photo.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. Because Friesel was incompetent, because White Antlers, up to your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. After rifling the page, the magazine is divided in comrade. As you know, this journal, but like the structures of... So please, if you value our radical...
What do you expect?
You flip back to the front of this section. You all face it. You flip back to the front. It takes them as you leave. The main feature, though, is this so-called, the actual, if you don't follow it, you think you're instead, where to even start? Oddly enough, this undercap, thus, and that at the end of the day, it's, sure, this flimsy, that's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of...
I can safely say the thought that I'm sure most... If I had...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprised, you skim the headline. Finally, there's a brief one of the... You flip back to the front.
Okay. Let's go.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not... You attempt to your left. The lieutenant...
Oh, so I can possibly get in there now. Okay, let's see if I can go catch Martin Martinez quickly. Okay, we go to here. This is where Martin just fucking guns me down.
This door is made of metal. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
No one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, what's in these doors, or should I be going to bed?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have
That's probably the door Evrard mentioned. We still need to get the key from this manana first.
Oh yeah, oops.
Trying to sneak up on me?
just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Why must we stop?
Do-do-do. Okay, what we got in here? Disco, disco, disco. Oh, I can probably... Ah, can't get to the bloody thing. Door.
Can I help you?
Okay. Guess it's bedtime. See you in the morning, buddy.
A mirror hangs on the bath. is closed. This door, as you hold the metal, you sense the warmth.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay.
The window stands broken, and you see some lights shimmering outside. The bed is still cold from the...
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of you. You're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender.
Am I forcing him to go
wish
withdrawals?
you could-
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Yes, your body is a system, and it's failing you because
These are my
you're failing it.
Now you've gone off the rails, baby. Now you're stuck sitting here by the tracks, admiring the wreck around you. You just can't help it, looking at yourself. The sum total of your accomplishments. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try, sure you do.
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can.
That went better, I think. Unless I wake up dead. I'm alive. Superstar Cop, Boring Cop, Apocalypse Cop. Nice. Well, I think that's the appropriate point to save and finish up for today. I'll probably be back in a few hours. Until then, I'll chat to you guys soon.